You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. As some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace, June's Path. So before that, I just wanted to let y'all know that the Patreon is now officially up, y'all. It's going to have a link in the description and everything. It's going to have different reward tiers, y'all. If you join up for bronze, silver, and gold tier, you get exclusive rewards, and everybody gets access to our community Discord server. So we'll all be able to, like, have movie nights and game together and talk and interact with each other. It'll be awesome. But anyway, y'all are here for the video, so let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. I guess that makes sense. Although, I think the warmer climate can't have been easy to get used to. Yeah, tell me about it. It was a real bitch. It was a real bitch over here. I still feel like I'm wearing too many clothes when I come to school. Oh, yeah, our school is pretty rigid with uniform over here. You're only allowed to drop the blaze in the summer. Blazer, not the blaze. It's not just the blazer. If it were up to me, I'd be walking around shirtless. That's how hot this place is to me. Oh, ouch, that can't be good. Wait a minute, aren't our classrooms air-conditioned? Yeah, about that. The air conditioning system in Sorokun's classroom broke 2 weeks ago. They still haven't gotten around to fixing it. Oh God. I think I understand your pain now. The panda sighs. Upon a closer look, I realize that his fur is very matted, no doubt from sweat. You really don't. Sorry. Poor fella. Anyway, as much as I like the air conditioning in this room, I was asked to run some errands after class. I only came by to give you the package. Oh, so you're going already? Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna end up being late. Okay then, thanks again, Sorokun. Don't mention it. He turns to me, his eyes immediately darting to the floor. How come he's so comfortable with June and so nervous around me? It was a pleasure meeting you, Yuichi-senpai. Senpai? You really don't have to call me that. Why can't you just call me San like you do with June? It's true. Yuichi-san is nowhere near reliable enough to be called that. Do you have a grudge against me or something? Huh? No, why? The fact that he can criticize me so innocently really scares me. Forget it. Anyway, it was nice meeting you, Sorokun. Hearing my words, the panda's eyes finally lift to meet with mine, flashing me a bright smile. Yeah, it was. With those words said, the bear walks out of the classroom without a glance back. That guy really is something. Yeah, Sorokun really is a nice guy. Not where I was going with this, but I guess I'll accept it. And by the way, what's this package that he came by to drop for you? Huh? Oh, we were talking about some games and Sorokun offered to lend me his PlayStation Viva. PlayStation Viva? There was a game in it that I really wanted to play, but I didn't have the money to buy the console. Wow, that's awfully nice of him. Like I said, he's a really nice guy. Huh, this goes to show that you can never trust first impressions. Wait, this reminds me, didn't I promise to lend June one of my consoles a while back? Jeez, I'm really forgetful with this kind of thing. What game was it that you wanted to play? The new Monster Tamer game. I heard that it's the best one ever released, so I was really dying to play. Huh, I've never played that franchise before. Is it any good? If you like hardcore equipment grinding and multiplayer gaming... pass. Too bad. It could have been fun if the two of us played together. I'm not really into mandatory grinding. Or any other form of grinding, for that matter. Are you sure about that? This is the main reason I could never get into MMOs. Anyway, what brought you here today, Yuichi-san? Me? Nothing much. I just felt like chatting for a bit. Did you want to watch me play again? Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That was one of the reasons I came by. I really enjoyed watching you last time. Thanks. I really enjoyed playing for you, too. Talk about an earnest guy. How have you been feeling, though? You're not pushing yourself, are you? This conversation again? I thought we had already gone over this. We have. I just wanted to check up on you. I'm fine. I was fine last time, and I'm still fine today. You don't have to worry so much. Seriously, don't. It's annoying. Message received. And here I thought I could probe him about it without upsetting him. I guess June really hates having people fuss over him like that. By the way, do you have any idea what that Akutagawa guy is going to be playing in the next competition? No, the list of participants and their selected pieces won't be released until a few days before the competition. I thought this kind of info was usually released at least a month before. Usually, but not always. It depends on what company is organizing the competition, who their sponsors are, so on and so forth. There actually isn't as much of a standard as one would expect. A lot of the rules are completely dependent on the organizers. That's not very encouraging. I know, it's just something you've got to learn to deal with early in your career. On the bright side, it also means that players can pick and choose what competitions they sign up for based on which sets of regulations they feel more comfortable with. Look at y'all, water time. Here we go. Not that I have the luxury of choosing, of course. I just have to sign up for everything that comes my way and pray to my lucky stars that I win. But it's not really that bad. Regulations can vary from what clothes you're allowed to wear to what songs you're allowed to choose, whether or not you can have an accompanist playing another instrument, things like that. What about this one? What are the rules for it? There isn't much regulation when it comes to clothing other than the statement that all participants must be adequately clothed, which by itself is pretty vague. A set list can include any songs from a list of pre-approved composers whose names I won't even bother reciting to you. The only real regulation when it comes to songs is that you have to pick a piano solo. So accompanists are very much not allowed. To be fair, this is pretty much as close as you can get to a standard when it comes to rules for competitions. It doesn't sound like it leaves much room for individuality, though. It's like I told you before, competitions aren't really the place for that sort of thing. Players who want to showcase their individuality would have a better time taking part in a recital. Have you ever taken part in a piano recital? Once, it was quite a few years ago. Why don't you do it again? I'd like to, but that sort of thing is impossible for someone like me. Someone like you? What does that even mean? Can we just change the subject? He's hiding something from me and not even doing a good job of it. I don't know if I should probe him about it. He'd probably just get mad at me. Y'all in the comments, let me know if I should or should not ask him, please. This seems like an important decision, so I'm gonna save that part right there. Ask him. Then again, this isn't the first time he said something on that same vein. In fact, I remember him once saying that he gave up on becoming a pianist for reasons. Now I wonder, could that reason have anything to do with this? Come on, just tell me what the reason is. Is it really that big of a deal? It's a private matter, okay? Yeah, he's not gonna like that. Stay quiet. Nope, that'd be a bad idea. He's already gotten annoyed at me once for probing him about his welfare. I doubt he'd be very receptive to me ignoring his request to not talk about something. I really want to know about it, though. The downsides of being curious. Actually, now that I think of it, is there even any upside to it? You really suck at hiding things, you know? Huh? I mean, it's plain as day that you're hiding something. But it's alright, I'll let it slide. You tell me when you're ready to tell me. Thanks, Yuichi-san. Don't get used to it, though. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it just this one time. I'm still not gonna tell. Aw, how cruel! I wonder if there'll ever be a good time for me to ask about it. May 9th, Tuesday. Ding. My eyes, they burn! I shouldn't have stayed up so late last night playing games! Whatever, I'll just run my head under a cold sink for a few minutes. At least I won't feel so dead then. More June. Ha. Half the day has already gone by and nothing exciting has happened. Other than our class discussing preparations for the festival, it's mostly just the same boring routine of studying. Without practice to break it up, it gets tedious very quickly. I was kind of looking forward to lunch with everyone, but both Shuichi and Saya had to excuse themselves because of other duties. As for June, he just kind of disappeared before the bell even struck. Hence, I'm now walking around on my own trying to find something to do. Before I'd even decided on where I wanted to go, my feet already began carrying me through a familiar path. Well, I guess the roof is as good a place as any. I might as well take a nap since I've got nothing better to do anyway. I'm telling you, it's a great idea! Again, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. Suddenly, as I'm walking out to the roof, I hear a set of voices talking very loudly. It's two male voices. For some reason, they sound really familiar, but I can't quite place them. It seems they didn't hear me coming in because they continued chatting as if nothing happened. Taken by my curiosity, I press myself against the wall so they can't see me, trying to listen in on their conversation. Come on, pretty please? I really think it'd be really fun if we got together and did it. No, it's been years since I last did that. I'm way too out of practice. I'm sure it'd just be a bad time for you. That's not true. I really want to do it with you. What the hell's going on here? Do it? What do they mean by that? Do what? They could possibly be talking about that, right? And on a school rooftop of all places? Look, I already said no, okay? I need to spend quite a bit of time preparing if I'm going to do it with you. Otherwise, there's no way I could keep up. So you're saying you'd do it if you could have more time to practice. Why does this guy sound so excited? Maybe. I'm not making any promises, okay? Yay! I can't wait! What the hell's going on here? Unable to stand by anymore, I walk out and interrupt their conversation and... Eh? Yuichi-san? 1 second, y'all. Silly. Eh? Taken completely by shock, I let out a deafening scream. What the hell are you doing? Don't just do that all of a sudden. My ears! Are they bleeding? Am I deaf? I'm pretty sure you're fine. The only thing broken is his mind. What the hell are you two doing? I didn't know you two were that close. That close? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. I heard your entire conversation. You two were talking about doing it together. Doing it together. You thought we were talking about that? What is wrong with you? What are you guys talking about? This idiot thought we were talking about hooking up. Huh? Well, weren't you? You guys were talking about doing it together and it'd be really fun if we did it together. He was asking me to do a duet with him on the violin. What? I told him I hadn't played it in a while, and he insisted that he thought it'd be fun if we played together. Seriously, what the hell's wrong with you? Even if we both swung that way, do you think either of us is the type to speak so brazenly about such a thing? And in public of all things, oh man, I really messed up. Oops. Don't just oops me, jackass. Don't just look at poor Kobayashi. I think he's completely glitched out. June, are you all right? I wave my hand in front of his eyes, yet he remains completely motionless. Oh boy. June-san, are you all right? June merely stood frozen in place. I think his brain shorted out. You think? Time for Plan B. Plan B? Keikan reached behind June's ears, gently holding onto his left one and reaching in close. What are you... Stunned by the sudden emotion, I do nothing in response and... Wake up! Keisuke screams directly into June's ear, making the tiger jump back. What's going on? It seems Keisuke has just forcibly rebooted June's systems. Are you sure there wasn't some sort of gentler approach? Why stick to the uncertain when I knew of something that would work? Hard to argue with that logic. Did you really have to scream that loud in my ear? All I can hear from that side is buzzing. Your fault for just freezing up like that. I needed time to process. What are you, some sort of old model computer? You shouldn't completely freeze up when you're trying to deal with things. Ah! I feel kind of bad for the guy. He's rubbing the left side of his head as if his ear is really hurting. I make sure to properly apologize to him, at least in my mind. Yuichi-san, what the hell kind of weird ideas do you have cooking up in that head of yours? I don't really have an answer to that. Sorry. I don't even know how to feel about this. Again, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. But you two have to admit you were saying some pretty misleading things. I admit to nothing. What? Same here. We're clearly not the ones at fault. You two could try to work with me at least a little bit here. Nope, not gonna happen. Talk about stubborn. So, you two were talking about playing a duet, right? Trying to change the subject, I see. I'll pretend I didn't notice that. Well, thank you for your restraint. You're welcome. Either way, yeah, Kobayashi wanted me to play violin with him on a duet. I thought it'd be fun if we played a classical piece together. While I don't entirely reject the notion, I really don't think I'd be the best option for that. I haven't played in years. Second yell, water time. Alright. Seriously, Yuichi-san, why did you have to tell him I played the violin? Now this is my fault? Come on, Keisuke-san. I'll give you all the time you need to practice again. Why not give it a spin? You really are pushy about this, aren't you? If it gets me what I want, you're even aware of it. Come on, Keikan, why not give it a try? Now you're in on it too? Oh, come on, just look at June. How can you say no to his cute little face? Pretty please. You two are unbelievable. Oh, is the corner of his mouth curving up in a smile? I'll think about it, okay? Yay! June hops around, waving his arms in the air excitedly. It's a comical sight that also warms the heart. He's so pure and sweet and precious, he really reminds me of a little kid. Which I'm sure he'd get angry at me if I said out loud. Don't get so happy about it. I only said I'd think about it. Maybe, but that's already half the battle. You really are an optimist by heart, aren't you? I wonder about that. Either way, if you two will excuse me, I think I've already had enough time to clear my head. I should probably head downstairs. Okay, see you later. Talk to you later, Keikan. Thanks. See you later, too. The sound of the metal door shutting close behind Keikan echoes loudly through the roof, leaving June and I alone here. By the way, Yuichi-san, what are you doing up here? That's supposed to be my question. I come up here all the time. You, on the other hand, do not. I guess that's true. I just felt like coming upstairs, I guess. That's it? You didn't have any real reason? Does someone need a reason to go somewhere? Well, yeah, of course you do. Well, I didn't really have any, so I just felt like coming up here. It's like trying to talk to a brick wall. You really didn't have any more compelling reasons to come up here. Not really. I could try making one up if that would make you feel better, though. Are you mocking me? I feel like you're mocking me. As always, I can't tell what's going on in his head. This tiger remains as much of a mystery to me as when we first met. I can't really say much about it. I just feel like wandering around sometimes. There was this one time when I felt like walking around at night, went out into the street and ended up getting lost. Boy, were my parents mad at me back then. This guy really is a danger to himself. I'm not even going to try asking for more details about it. I get the feeling the lack of logic would just drive me nuts. This isn't funny. It is for me. This guy. Leaving the topic of your wanderlust aside, how's the progress on your rehearsal been going? Have you managed to perfect that song like you wanted to? I wish. It's still nowhere near the level I want it to be when I perform. I guess I'll just have to be patient and keep practicing. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks. Your tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!